I mean, this hero is kind of like weird in a sense where when the patch first hit, everyone was like, Invoker is gonna have a hard time in the mid lane because there's a lot of creeps now. It's gonna be difficult. He can't farm stacks well. But as the patch progresses, it seems like this hero has found his place. You know.
Right.
That's the nice thing about having a new patch. It changes from day to day, week to week. Well, everything changes.
Miracle's stats on Invoker are strong.
Yep, and the Slada pick, we always talk about how important it is to have a flexible pick. Slada can be offlane, can be support on this team. They do have 2 players to pick the hero. And NaVi goes back for their general hero, which everyone was quite happy that they picked up yesterday. One of definitely the best hero for general, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm super happy that they pick it up in the first phase.
It was exactly the same opening as well. Bat Rider Warlock against... Yeah, it was against Secret. The exact same opening. And they banned out the Nyx this time. Liquid ban out the Queen. Probably gonna ban out like another matchup that's really bad for Invoker, like TA. I think yesterday when I went through their replays, they banned TA a lot when they had Invoker. But today they are not choosing to ban TA. They chose to ban Puck and Queen of Pain. Both those heroes can, yeah, it's still quite annoying for Invoker in the lane.
Oracle picked up an interesting fight position we haven't
that was
seen
really
much
quick.
of.
It's a Bat Rider
Bat Rider,
counter. Yeah, you remove the lasso and
Yep.
you have that. You have the second skill to allow you to live through all the magic bursts that Bat Rider has.
Fate's Edict.
Yeah, Fate's Edict.
This is a quick draft.
This is really fast.
Everyone
What the
knows what
hell?
they're doing and what they want to do. And Void Invoker. Like,
Normally Matu plays this for Liquid, although it can be flexible as well if they want to run it off lane with the support
I like
Slada.
the Ursa here. Ogre Ursa.
Scary. And you can actually enrage off the Oracle's disarm as well, which
Yeah,
is kind
the
of
disarm.
nice.
Yeah.
Similarly, though, you can disarm him if you see him use the enrage earlier on in the fight.
And you know, I think I've seen before this matchup as well. When you pick Ursa and there's an Invoker, you can actually lane Ursa against Invoker. It's pretty good.
Especially with an ogre on your team.
Yeah, it's pretty good at the start. So that actually leaves it open for them. Also, finally, they're still gonna ban the TA after banning the Corp and the Puck. They still think that that hero might be picked right now for NaVi.
NaVi needs something to hit buildings with, kind of. Like they have just an Ursa right now. They don't really have any good way to take objectives. I mean, they can take Roche with Ursa, but can't actually push.
Sniper.
Sniper, yeah.
Sniper, Ogre, that's like a very VP thing.
Yep.
And the reason why I like Sniper is like against a Void, you want a hero that has very far range, so you don't be anywhere near the Chronosphere. And they have, I would say, 1, 2 like mid shields, Ursa, Ogre, and even the Bat Rider can be someone in front.
The Rock's not bad too. If they really jump deep onto your Sniper, the Rock is itself a bodyguard
But
in some ways.
is that a hero that then? Yeah, I think I've seen Dandy play in the past, but not a lot. He's usually on like the Co-op, the Puck, the Magnus.
Who was playing Faceless yesterday, or Void yesterday, excuse me, and was like
MP.
MP was getting like 0-man Chronospheres.
Bad game, you know.
It happens.
As for Liquid, what do they want? They pretty flexible with this Void pick being offlane or carry, and even the Slider has a lot of flexibility, so very kind of open as far as what they want to get for their last hero.
Yeah.
Probably want something that synergizes with the Void. Right now it's only Invoker that can combo inside.
Yeah.
I don't really know that many offlaners that can dump damage
Oh,
into
they
that,
could
though.
do like the Slada. Actually, they can do Slada offlane or Void offlane and pick another carry. There's like definitely a lot of ways they can switch things around right now. And they have last pick, so you get to wait and see everything.
What other Matu heroes would they be then? Necrophos?
Slark?
That's a Liquid hero.
Slug's okay, but not very good with the Chronosphere. I mean, you need to land the Chronos in a certain way. And based on most of their recent games, probably the Void will be most likely Matu's hero.
Okay.
Yeah.
Most likely.
What are you looking for, Dendi, though? Or Pycat?
Not sure though, they ban out the Doom.
Yeah, well, I was like, what hero? Ursa doesn't care that much.
I mean, a little.
A little.
He dooms you before you enrage.
But it's no, like, Invoker or Queen or most other heroes that care way more.
I mean, I would say probably a hero like Storm cares about it the most.
Yeah. SF maybe too? Actually, XF.
They will do
So this
the
Ursa mid. Yeah, mid
Yeah.
Ursa.
This is a
And-
strong lane against.
And the Sven is mostly a reaction towards the Slada. You want to get the armor against the Slada's ultimate.
These last two, it's the contrast between the first like 4 picks to the last one is just night and day.
They do have the Ogre plus Sven, which is something that I think Alliance ran a lot in the past. Buff the Sven, stack for him, and he's just gonna carry the team. And Ursa's gonna be there to stall time, create space, pressure the enemy.
It's a good combo.
Yeah,
for sure.
straightforward combo. It's easy to play.
I mean, you still stand by keeping it simple, sometimes very effective.
Yeah,
Winter,
simple is good, in a lot of ways. So Elder Titan would be the
nice.
support, I think. Or
Yeah.
oh, actually no, maybe the off lane.
Could be
Because
either.
we've seen a lot of Elder Titan off lane nowadays. Pretty good.
The drafts today have been so different from the trends, in air quotes, that we've seen already.
I mean, this kind of like an old combo. OG likes to do Void plus Elder Titan a lot in the past. Works really well.
I'm excited to see how this plays out. Right, prediction time. It's going to probably maybe change opinions here, or we all going against the NaVi draft?
NaVi, again, we see them have pretty solid drafting, but I think Liquid themselves have really good synergy around the Void. And they're a team who can, I think, play around it really well. So stick with
okay.
Liquid.
Doubt for NaVi here, Ben.
I'll go with Navi this game. I think like now that they're actually out, they might actually play better because there's much less pressure for them to perform, and they will win.
Yeah, giving them the edge. Winter.
I think I like Liquid's lineup, just based on lineup. I like Liquid's lineup a little bit more.
Okay.
So I'm going with Liquid.
All right, let's do it then. We get to hear our predictions from the casters now, as they certainly have been chomping at the bit. They got so close, just a little tease, just the tip, but now they can jump straight in and get some balls deep casting. Let's jump in then, OD Pixel and Purge.
Thank you very much, Alex. Absolutely. We're hungry for some Dota here on the casting panel, and finally we're getting it. NaVi versus Liquid, draft's done. Purge, what are we thinking with it? We are seeing this core off-lane Elder Titan come through. It's going to be very exciting to see Mind Control play it.
Yeah, the Liquid draft is really the one that is to be talked about. I mean, Faces Void has kind of made a splash as a carry, but he's more of a set up a kill for other people most of the time. It's got some other good benefits. Oh my
goodness,
God.
they're doing it, boys and
I
girls.
was so confused. I was like, where are these sounds coming
I was
from?
like, what's this noise? Why do I hear a Roshan?
And now he's going to get salved.
They're gonna
Now
do it.
the
Are they
Ogre
gonna do
tanks.
it?
Oh, the Sunstrike is spotted.
Oh,
This is
no.
so bad now. Are they going to commit to it? No, they back
No.
instantly.
Oh. Invoker.
Oh.
What a shame.
NaVi going for the... It's
Yeah.
been a long time since we saw a level
When
in
was the
Roshan.
last time? I mean, I can't...
That was actually
Ouch.
very expensive. That cost Ogre 3. He bought 3 selves and a tangoed shared. That means Dendi has no shared regen. He is mid though.
The good luck, have fun after as well. Savagery from Matumba.
Yeah, but all it takes is a little bit of quick thinking and look at that's spam.
They love it, Liquid. They love it.
I mean that's a big
Yeah.
advantage. The laning stage is gonna be worse for those heroes now. That means Ogre's not gonna be able to bully as hard. He's tanky at least. He's got that going for him, but that's about it so far. So a little costly there. Anyways, the draft for Liquid, definitely a bit weird. Elder Titan offlane has been played a bit, and I think he's very effective against heroes that don't have good disables, like Warlock, Ogre, kind of the same case. You can chase people down, you can beat them, and a lot of times you can get kills. So I think that'll be effective. It's also going to amp the magic damage and the physical damage that their team does, which they kind of really need right now, because with Void Carry, he has some trouble as a hero pushing himself into a heavy damage outlet while still retaining his survivability. So I don't know. We'll see what they do. But I think it's probably going to be pretty standard items, and Liquid will just go on getting a lot of kills.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm just looking at the fact that NaVi, they have this Ursa and Sven duo core. I mean, these two melee heroes that are trying to get in the face of you. Chronospheres, it's just so strong against them. I mean, how are they even going to be able to get in to do the damage?
I mean, against this many melee heroes, it's definitely a really nice advantage to have, but it's got a long cooldown, so that's probably something they'll be aiming for here. Something really interesting about the mid lane was a really good block there by Miracle, which helped ensure that he gets more last hits and more harass in the first couple waves. So really good for him.
We'll see how the mid lane goes out at the moment. With that at the moment, Miracle does have the edge. GH consistently trying to make sure that Dendi misses out, and the CS is there with the crush play.
And this is also the case of them spotting the level 1 Roshan. Makes it even easier to have this lane advantage when you get the great block off. So really good start for Liquid.
Yeah, that bottom lane as well at the moment. We'll see how aggressive General is able to play with the bat, right? Coming in and trying to get involved with the pulls and such. But as we're seeing, the Oracle very good at trying to keep the bat at bay at the moment on this bottom lane.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting matchup here, especially because Oracle can remove Batrider's sticky napalm from himself if he wants to. He actually goes for the long duration route. They don't have Bash here, but he's pretty slowed. Ooh, they get him.
Yeah, they did. Same time, there was a play being made up top looking for mind control, but the Shadow Word damage, I don't think it's going to be quite enough. Oh, it is. Okay, they got him.
Fatal Bonds as well. So.
Yeah, just enough to bring him over the edge.
It's a little tough for mind control that he's basically solo. If there was a Slaughter there at level 1, they could easily bully these guys, but they opted instead to try to pressure the Ursa in the mid lane, which is pretty safe as well because Invoker could have a rough time. And now Denny's actually caught up. He's got 11 last hits. He's ahead of Invoker now. So back towards NaVi's advantage a bit.
Absolutely, and especially I've also got a couple of levels. They can try and move in onto Miracle if he is left alone. Get those Fury swipes stacked up and have potential. Bottom lane has GH though with the wraparound, looking for General. There's that route, buying more than enough time to set up, to follow through with the crush, and there's no way General can Firefly away from that.
And this is one of the best matchups. Faces Void against Batrider is great because of time dilation. He can stop him from casting more napalms, which is the whole point of the hero. You keep casting napalms, you make them slower and slower, your magic damage does more and more, and unfortunately it just stops it for 6 seconds. So really safe for Liquid to keep getting kills on the Batrider, especially with the Oracle. So their goal this game with the draft is basically to just shut down their opponents, shut down the Batrider.
Then in the middle lane playing on the edge there. If that Sunstrike would have connected, he could have been pushed over the edge. And in fact, he may do, though, because of the wraparound from Kuroki and GH coming in with the route into the crush. Dendy taken down. Miracle picks up the kill.
That was just such a good rotation. Instantly after killing the Batrider, Smoke head to the mid lane, and they got there when Ursa's HP was low. And that's one of the reasons it's so important as a mid to always be right-clicking your opponent, because you get them to this HP level that even if your gank combo isn't very strong, it does give you the potential for a kill. So first kill comes in the mid lanes for a Miracle.
Yeah, Dundee having to be a bit more careful, even though, as you said, he's still having good CS, but giving away kills to Miracle early on is only going to put him in a great position to hit that good Midas timing. And once he's got his Midas Invoker, it's very hard to stop.
Look at his damage. He's got plus 156 right now.
You don't want to go near that, man.
I'm a little surprised he didn't go for Seneko chase there. I feel like he could have possibly killed him, but no boots yet on him. He'll pick them up in a moment. Although you don't really need it. You've got lots of Astral Spirits. That gives you movement speed too. Now he's running at 431, so I think it's time for him to try to play around and try to kill Warlock.
Yeah, especially if he gets a +1 up there. Definitely would be a chance to do so. Warlock actually going to go across, yes. Deal the bounty route. Head over pretty deep. Bottom lane, GH may look to try and do something here with this Arcane Rune, trying to close the gap onto Bivet. It's pretty tanky on this Ogre. They're playing quite aggressive, but yeah, they'll back away. Not really much more that they could do there.
He's tanky, but he's super slow. That's one of the downsides to Ogre right now. His movement speed got nerfed so many times because he was popular support, one of the most popular supports for a very long time. So without, until he gets his boots to speed, he's going to have a really poverty game, especially because of the Roche not being successful. He's hard to kill, though. But boy, is he stupid. And slow.
Even with the 2 heads he's got. Bless him. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do as well with mind control. I mean, is it just going to be the focus of starting to move around and play with the Chrono once it's alone? Well, actually, mid lane will hold that thought, because Dendy, he's getting gone upon, and Dendy, he's getting brought down. Another kill in that middle lane as Liquid relentless with these rotations. GH making the plays happen.
Yeah, his contribution is going to definitely be about Chronospheres as well. His ultimate's a little bit hard to land, but it does a lot of damage. So if he could do things like look for sleep setups that do become Chronospheres, or look for sleep setups that end up being like Sunstrike, Meteor Blasts. Like there's a lot of things that Mind Control can do to limit what NaVi can do offensively. He can scout for Batrider, looking to initiate. There's just so many good things. So the levels he grabs is just going to ultimately make their team fight a little bit better later. But that said, I think he still could get a solo kill against these heroes, but yeah, he's just really playing it safe here.
Yeah, he's getting quite a bit out of that lane as well, as we can see, getting good CS. Likewise, General is also as well on the bottom lane on the back, but it has been taken down. Difference being, see when the next movement comes through. NaVi, both supports on the move. Looking for maybe a long wraparound on the top lane. Talking about long wraparounds, bottom. Liquid I've got GH finding General in the tree line. Quick with the Firefly, but with the bashes in the root, it's going to be close. Oh, Miracle a little early with the Sunstrike. It didn't actually matter. They had the Purifying Flames nuke. Sunstrike may miss, but the spells from the Oracle will not. At the same time, NaVi, in reaction, will make the move on the top lane. So both teams able to shut down the offlaners.
Yep. Able to kill Mind Control on the Elder Titan with a rotation from Ogre. That said, though, I mean, again, Face of Void is so good against Batrider right now. If he casts one spell, he can cast Time Dilation, which is a 14% slow. That stacks with his Orb of Venom, 12% slow. And all of a sudden, Batrider's not getting away very rapidly. So it's a huge advantage for Faceless Void in this matchup. And the Tier 1 tower falls really fast. No last hit, though. Small mistake there by Matoma Man, losing about 200 gold. But they're going to go for the Chrono.
They're just going for kill after kill here. No holding back at all with the Chrono. That makes sure the Sunstrike does connect. Kuroki, of course, kill securing with the Purifying Flames. Takes himself another. Yeah, this bottom lane has just fallen to pieces for NaVi.
And this is just the point of Faceless Void right now. You think of Chronosphere as a Midas in the early game, in the mid game, and then eventually becomes this really good teamfight ultimate. But for now, it's just going to try to get reliable kills. A little unfortunate for Miracle that he wasn't the one to get the kill, though, because that's going to delay his Midas a bit. Whereas it does push Kuro a little closer to whatever regen item he needs. Maybe he'll rush on Arcanes. That could be helpful, but I'm sure Miracle wanted that one if possible.
A neat interaction as well that we just saw there, well, between the Void and the Oracle. With the heal, you just instantly, as it's on you, you time walk it off, and then you've lost no health, but you're getting the high regen.
Yeah, it's a really effective combo, actually. And now Faceless Void doesn't have to worry about buying any HP regen items, which sometimes is a huge gold sink. Considering the fact that you can full heal using Time Walk, or at least the last 2 seconds of damage. If you have an Oracle to back you up, you can just focus on damage items and be less concerned with his personal survivability, which could mean he just goes something kind of crazy damage-wise. But I think that's kind of what you need to do on Void to make him a true carry is maybe ignore some of those survivability items and have that covered by a defensive support, ideally. But he may still go semi-defensive like normal.
I think normally Matuma, at least in the other games we saw, he goes for sort of the Vlads, Yasha, Manta to Fusel.
It's just so slow damage-wise. It's very good disable-wise, but that's most of the value of the hero in that way.
But as we said, with the draft, they do have a lot of other damage to throw in. So
spot out General.
There we go. Route to set up. I've got the Crush. Oh, actually doesn't get it off. Yeah, the lasso comes in before GH lands the Crush, and that's going to be a missed kill there. A little bit of a too long hold there from GH. But Matuma is going to come across, see if he can finish this one off. The Shrine Heal is there. He does not have Chronosphere. Matuma has to be a little bit careful. Yeah, TPs are coming through. Already, NaVi seeing if they can punish this. And it looks like they aren't going to look to try and close it down. Snako still without that level 6, of course, and Lasso already being used. But yeah, bit of a mess up there from GH.
Yeah, these are not the heroes that can rotate well. Both are very weak at it. Ogre's passable, but not with this skill build even. So they TP a lot of heroes, nothing gets done there. In the meantime, nobody in their safe lane getting experience or gold.
Middle lane, the wraparound to come through. Matuma does have that Chronosphere back and available now for this fight. NaVi, they've got to be careful. Dendi tries to run in, but the Chrono's there straight away. They'll nuke down Piper with the Purifying Flames and the Sunstrike. The bash does land. Pycat is going to see if he can finish on Matuma, but the Crush just holds him back. He's been disarmed as well. Got strength, but it doesn't do anything. He can't get in position to fight these heroes.
And it ends up just being 1 kill, but that's completely reasonable. Faceless Void's going to be more than happy with that. So another kill and back to farming. So every 140 seconds, you're going to see Void make a rotation like that and move somewhere where he expects to find heroes. And so far, Liquid's done a great job with that. Even Slardar's getting good levels. Level 5 right now, almost level 6. Whereas the supports on the other side of the map, not so good. 4 for Ogre or Warlock's at 5.
And NaVi really needing to make something happen with these rotations that they've been making. But as you've mentioned, just the heroes they have, not necessarily the best to get the job done in comparison to the burst, the control that Liquid's lineup has.
He does get the Tome, though, which pops Warlock over to 6. They pop a smoke instantly, and they're going for a fight here. It's going to be good damage output.
Mind Control's had a pretty free lane up here. He's even on net worth with Dendi at this point of the game.
They're looking at Miracle. That's who they want to go on mid lane.
That would be the perfect one. Can they catch him? What can they do? Miracle has an Arcane Rune, so we can look to do some funky plays.
Instantly
he pops the Ghost Walk. Do they have the Dex? They do. He's been dusted. Lasso. They'll drag him back. They'll bring him down. NaVi get the kill that they're after. Question is if they can get anything more here. Kuroki purging off any sort of slows or search off GH. GH will be fine. So NaVi just get one, but it is a big one. Bringing down Miracle. Now able to push down the middle a little bit with the Chaotic Offering.
Crazy part is he casts 2 spells there before they even get the lasso off. He was instantly ready. Instant Sunstrike and Ghost Walk, and they get the kill, but they didn't take a tower afterwards, which is a bit of a downside for NaVi there. If they would have killed him faster, or instantly turn that into a tower push. It would have been a super solid rotation from them, but that was kind of a lot of their momentum for now. This is a longer cooldown than the important Chronosphere one, surprisingly.
Well, down on the bottom lane, Matumba getting a bit feisty here with General. Again, just that time dilation and ability to run him down, and very little General can do in response, causing issues for the bat. Matumba 10 seconds away from having the chrono again, and we've seen how good he is, as you mentioned, and expected him to be. First chrono, straight down bottom. Pretty much as soon as it was off cooldown, he was looking for that fight in the middle lane to use it straight away.
And he's going to go rushing for a Lincoln Sphere. This is a build we first saw at TI6, actually. Shadow on Wings picked this up, and it gave him the magical power to bash on every 3 hits. It was pretty amazing. But it's just a generic, gives you regen, gives you HP, is going to block a spell, and just greatly enhances his ability to stay alive through a team fight.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Very good, really, when there's not really... Well, I guess the Ogre's got a few ways to pop the Lincolns, but yeah, definitely causes issues for the bad initiation that they'll be relying on to lock down Matumba straight away. They're going to find Dendi. Matumba, we'll see if he finds the need to use the Chronosphere. Sunstrike, again, Miracle going a little hasty with these, but needs to wait for the root, really, if he wants to land them. They will find Dendi, though, nonetheless. But, I'm sure Miracle, he would love to try and get some of this gold. He wants to try and find that.
Or anybody but Kuro. He's got 4 kills now on the Oracle. This is actually a pretty common problem for Oracles. They do so much damage. I mean,
Kuroki says there's no problem here, folks. There's no problem here.
They do so much damage with their skills, and it heals them up afterwards. But that burst is usually what ends up snagging the kills. So it'll be a faster, fancy Urn of Shadows, big spender over here on Kuro. But with the Arcane Boots, that pretty much covers everything Oracle needs to do in their early game. And as long as they're still getting kills, they're going to be happy with this.
Pikecat will find the space down on the bottom lane to clear out the tier 1 with the God Strength. Treads, Mask of Madness on the way to the SNY, so amongst it all, he himself still keeping up well in the net worth.
Yeah, this is good. Farming well in terms of net worth. He's matching the Faceless Void.
That's fine, yeah.
It's fine. This is definitely not where you want to be against a Void.
I guess because you still expect to farm faster with the Mask of Madness and the Cleave.
Yeah, exactly. You should be farming way faster. And he is, but he's not in as many kills, and they haven't gotten as many towers either.
Matumba, of course, still with that Chronosphere available. He'll spot General. General with the blink now picked up. Quick with the movement to the side. And we'll keep eyes on him from the Firefly.
Yeah, slightly bad warding there. It's not really bad warding, it's just unfortunate warding for Liquid. If they had vision of him, they would have jumped, possibly disabled him, and gotten the chrono off, and that would have been a kill. But General with a quick reaction. Good for him. But still, big gold advantage going to Liquid right now. This is a bad place for NaVi to be in, especially with chrono up, because Liquid can just play in the enemy jungle. Yeah, he's going to catch him.
Yeah, they found General this time around, and he does not have Firefly bashed up. Oh, that chrono, absolutely beautiful. Catching Seneko as well. Seneko getting bashed up. Will he get the charge roll? No, the bashes from Matumba. They stop him from dropping the goal, and they will lose Kuroki. But Liquid, again, they're finding themselves 2 kills. And coming out on top, and that chrono and that RNG, Matumba, what a man.
Yeah, nice kill there. It was perfect chrono timing too. He tried to hold it just in case. Never want to throw it out at the start unless you're really behind, but ultimately gets the kill. Oracle died on the back line due to the Sven wraparound, and Eldertine did all he could to slow it down, but it didn't work. And he's going interesting build. The Treads wand so far. Nothing too fancy. Picks up a drone afterwards, so pretty standard stuff.
Yeah.
Movement speed, mana, attack speed, all that good stuff.
See, Pikecat was searching for mind control on the retreat there, almost as if he headed into the trees for the TP, but it was not the case. Now Kuroki is up on top as well. Pops the arcanes. Maybe see if they can punish Pikecat for this. Pikecat, he's been left alone. The TP out from his teammate has been there. They're a little tentative on how hard they go in, though, and Pikecat with that movement speed from the mask will be able to get himself away.
Fortune's End is actually so good this game. If anything, they need more Fortune's End because it can remove the overpower coming from Ursa. It can remove the Mask of Madness on Sven. It can remove the Warcry Sven puts on everybody. Diffusal Blade is actually so good this game. So I see like there's no way that Matumba Man doesn't build it later.
There we go. NaVi back into the pit. They've got a stronger force now there at 15 minutes in. We'll see if Liquid have any idea what's going on. It doesn't look like they have intentions of checking that area. Sunstrike, where's it going? Straight into the pit. They know what's up. Can they get there in time? General's going to cause issues up top with the Kuroki lasso. Straight up, NaVi, they'll get themselves control of Roshan, take the Aegis.
That was perfect by them. They put 3 in one place, 2 in the other. They get both objectives. In the meantime, Liquid's standing around wondering where their opponents are. And it was, again, Kuro trying to sit behind his cores, but he keeps being the one that gets initiated on. I think at the minimum, he needs to hide in trees more. He's been standing in the lane a lot. That's the simplest way to give you chances where you just don't die. They won't be able to see you because they just don't see you in the trees.
Odds up, Pycat trying to use the God Strength to push the tower, but there's going to be quick TP reactions here. Is he going to get caught in the ultimate? He won't, but Biver will. There'll be a chaotic offering from Seneko, trying to solo Liquid down. Matumba looking for the bashes onto Biver. He'll get it. Biver's taken down, moving forward, does have the Chronosphere, can look for more. Pycat tries to turn, but the disarm is there. He's now caught in the Chrono. Liquid trying to do something about the fact that Dendi is on the heels of Kuroky. Kuroky having to false promise himself. Now they've got to disengage. Now the fact that Navi have turned up, Liquid have to get out of there. Matumba man being chased down, has one more time walk. The jump forward from General is there. Dendi comes in as well. They'll rip the Void to pieces. Miracle's turned up, but he's already without his Void. Can he combo them down? He can. Deafening Blast finishes off General on the Batrider. Dendi having to clap and slow as he runs himself away. Kuroky still around by the shrine, taunting NaVi here. Knows that he can get the heal out, or maybe he can't. No, the stun stops them from popping the shrine. They have lost the Aegis, but Dendi's back for round 2. He can look to go back in onto Miracle. Miracle looks for the MP. It will land on all 3 of them. They're out of mana, out of luck. Dendi trying to man up with the overpower, but he doesn't have the detection. Miracle will get the double kill, and Liquid, they're not done yet. Mind control, eyes onto Seneko. Sunstrike will connect. A slap to the back with the Astral, bringing Seneko down low, and here comes the Stapler of Doom. Mind control picks up the kill.
I feel like this is the first time I've seen Mind Control actually punch somebody this game, and I think that's a big mistake. I feel like he could have gotten more out of his lane, possibly been a little greedy, but he's not always been that kind of a player. He's a very consistent, safe player, more focused on team fights and stuff like that. But either way, finally cleans up a good fight, uses a stapler and gets stuff done. Miracle's spell usage there was also fantastic.
We just saw the damage he did. 5k damage done in that fight.
And the disable especially.
Yeah.
Just kept casting spells. Ultimately, that fight started in a bad spot because there weren't enough points in Echo Stomp. They didn't get the ultimate off on the Sven. That caused some problems for Liquid as they chased up there. But problem is solved now. Elder Titan finally has 3 points in it.
Yeah, we're seeing as well just the disarm. You know, the Sven and Ursa having to deal with both Invoker and Oracle disarming them through these fights.
That's true. That was actually an issue for Liquid at one point. There was a Fate's Edict on a hero that got chronoed, which stops the magic damage you take, even though they're disarmed. And if Void bashes, that's magic damage. If Echo Stomp comes through, that's magic damage. It maybe wasn't a lot of damage blocked, but Crow's got to be a little careful about reading when it's the right time to cast Fate's Edict.
It was a little bit of a panic, because it was when, Pycat was about to get the kill, so they needed to disarm, but it just so happened, that they both went for what they needed to at the same time. Yeah, one of them would have done the job. So yeah, absolutely, just a bit of a panic play from Liquid on that behalf in the jungle.
Pushing up mid, trying to be a little bit of a bait here while pressuring, and they go first scan. But it looks like NaVi knows what's up right now, sitting on the high ground, and they've got great mobility.
Oh, and they've caught Pycat away from his teammates outside of the base. Sunstrike connects and nuked down by the Purifying Flames. Pycat, he's gone. 45 seconds, they don't have their carry.
I was a tanky guy, but eventually does go down. A lot of magic damage, and again, natural order. The passive from Elder Titan lowers his base armor and lowers his base magic resistance. And right now, his base armor is everything he has, actually. It's a huge deal, and that's because Sven went for this SNY build. Like, if you build hybrid stat items, this is the common build right now for Sven, all that armor that you're getting from SNY, which is a whole 2 2/7, gone.
It's gone.
Plus whatever he had already.
Value is not there.
Until he gets something like AC, he's actually really vulnerable to physical damage because of Elder Titan being in this game. And he takes a lot of magic nukes until he gets BKB. So I kind of feel like Pycat built the wrong item this game. The SNY is very good, obviously, for accelerating, but he possibly needed to shift his build because of the Elder Titan. A lot of players forget about that because Elder Titan's been out of the scene for a bit.
Yeah, and I mean, as you mentioned, obviously there's a lot of magical, but it's just the little things, like having that less magical resistance against the Void's magical bash. Suddenly that damage issue of the Void, it's negated from that Astral Spirit Sora.
Or Oracle. Oracle becomes a Zeus in a lot of ways just because his damage output goes up so much. Can definitely make a big difference. Or Slardar with this. It's already, the Elder Titan puts him to fight happening.
There we go, Matumba only gets one in the chrono. We'll hold Biver back. They'll look to try and take out potentially the easier kill. He's rather tanky. In fact, with the Shadow Word, no, he won't survive. The bash comes through. Matumba Man takes one. There's an ult coming straight to General, but he will be able to force himself away. Matumba Man jumping forward, trying to chase them down. Kuroky's been found out by Pycat. Pycat dodges out the Stomp. They manage to take down Matumba. Now they look towards Kuroky. He's got the false promise, but there's no way he can out-heal this amount of damage coming in. Miracle's going to try and save him. Turns around with one nuke. Kuroky, it was enough. The heals were strong enough. Kuroky survives through it all. And NaVi, they've lost 3. They're going to lose the Golem as well as Mind Control comes in, brings it down. And yeah, KuroKy,
Wow.
the heals were strong enough.
I thought that was a lost fight for sure. Like, Ursa was hitting the Oracle. That's not a good place to be in as an Oracle, but he ends up staying alive. He almost put a TP through, which I thought was futile. Then he canceled it to get a kill. I was like, great play.
Hey.
Any moment he'll pop.
We got the replay here.
Okay.
Wait, what was this? This was 2 games ago. Except for there's the fight up at top where Miracle Styles on them. There we have it. So one of the earlier fights of this game, but again, just Miracle causing issues for NaVi as they tried to go in a little over aggressive and fighting around the shrine. Never a good idea.
Yeah. And I feel like almost every fight has just been Crow putting his ultimate on himself. There's like NaVi's doing a really good job hitting the backline basically and ensuring that he's the one that gets punished by that. He gets backline, they go on Oracle. Oracle's ulti can't be used on a hero that's actually tanky and does more damage, and it's still not quite working out though. And I think a lot of that's just the stapler, man.
Yeah.
He's starting to punch people. He's using the gun.
Very nice to see that as well. That was, of course, player's perspective by the looks of it of Miracle going to work there against NaVi. 19 for 8, 9k gold lead, 22 minutes in. Liquid looking to be in a very, very good position.
Matoma Man does have to be careful though. He made a big mistake in the last fight, jumping towards an opponent, not realizing the Ursa was nearby, and that is the panic moment. And whenever Void uses Time Walk, that is exactly when Navi's going to jump on him. So he's got to play it a little bit safer here, or at least keep good track of where the Ursa is, because that guy just eats through tanky heroes in fast order.
Blink now picked up on Pycat, so some way at least that he can try and get that position, try and hopefully for himself catch 2 or more heroes in the initial stun. As other than that and the AoE chaotic offering, there's not really a lot they have to hold these heroes together in a team fight. A lot of pick-off potential. And the team fight is where they certainly have the weakness against this Void, Elder Titan, and Invoker of Liquid.
The hard part though is that it's pretty delayed right now. Like at this point, it's Liquid 5-manning in a lot of cases. Whereas if he would have just skipped SNY and gone Blink Dagger there and relied on Bloodlust for the movement speed and attack speed, then he could have actually started to get solo kills when Liquid was still sitting around. But they're on high ground already. Like this tower's at half HP, and Navi is just TPing back now. Like they've just been off farming. Like, oh, they won't go another push or something. That must have been what they're thinking here. They just got here so late. That's unhealable damage. They didn't even get there early in Bloodlust a tower. It was just way too late for Navi to react like that. That cost Liquid almost nothing. Just a little bit of jungle farming time. You can't make decisions like that, because if that was a free tier 3 tower that opens shrines, and that like gives you a massive advantage to win the game. And certainly not one that you should do at this level of play.
And this early in the game as well, 24 minutes in. As you said, that kind of loss could be absolutely major.
I mean, they've got gold advantage, it's hard to fight. But you got a Warlock, you got some team fight, you got a Bat Rider.
You've got something.
Be set up so that when they approach high ground, that at least you can punish mistakes.
Well, and we'll find GH here. Question is if Liquid can punish this. They're going to look towards Pycat. Pycat pretty damn speedy here with the Warcry and the Mask of Madness, but he's going to still be caught out by the Tornado. And here comes the pain from Liquid. Pycat will hold back Miracle for the time being with the stun, but it's not enough to stop Matumba bashing into him, and they may have killed off the Slardar, but they lose themselves once again. Pycat on the Sven.
Yeah. Just really squishy looking. Once they get all the heroes there, just straightforward. Chronosphere and the Ursa mid lane.
He's in a lot of trouble, Dendi. A lot of trouble. Kuro's there, holds him back with the root. They've got the Spirit coming in as well. No way that Dendi can do anything about this.
Yeah.
As they've just lost their 2 cores once again, Navi. Liquid will check out the pit, and nearly perfect timing for them. A couple more seconds and Roshan will be back up. But looks like they aren't going to hang around. They're, in fact, looking for more action. They're already up on the top lane. Seeing if they can catch any of this out. Quick TP out from Biver will keep him safe. So Navi will get back, but this is, once again, not looking great for Navi. Liquid playing pretty much as we'd expect in this matchup. Very flawless play. Miracle now 9-1-6. Getting to that point where it's a Miracle Invoker game. You're not going to beat it.
Good luck.
Yeah.
He's got his own Lincolns as well, so having to worry about the Bat Rider is less of a problem now. And some of Navi's heroes also are going to fall off a bit. I mean, they have a Midas on Soneko at least, so he's going to be farming if nothing really happens. But on Ogre's side, this hero is a Bloodlust bot late in the game like this. So he's just going to cast Bloodlust on his cores and help them farm faster, stack camps, but he's also ideally getting his own farm. But that's not going to happen this game. Unless they start winning fights, he's just going to be kind of a dead hero. Throwing out occasional disables, but nothing super strong.
45 seconds until Chrono's back up, and next time round, he's got that Diffusal Blade ready to go. And as you were mentioning earlier, not just for the damage, but a lot of great ways to use that against Navi's lineup.
Yeah.
Really limiting their cores.
You saw it the last time that Ursa got chronoed. He jumps out, uses his ultimate, he casts Overpower, and then the Fortune's End breaks Overpower, so then he attacks really slow. And then he can't actually kill somebody because he doesn't attack fast enough.
Yeah,
so even though he's resistant, it just didn't matter. Just weak hero at that point.
Literally breaks the hero.
Kills Bloodlust as well. It's just the Diffusal Blades. And
Oh, Miracle. He's
Tornado.
found two of them here. GH coming in with the follow-up crush. The Meteor's down. Dendi trying to run forward, but he's been disarmed by the Deafening Blast. Seneko trying to heal him up with the Shadow Word, but it's not going to be enough because of the damage from Miracle and GH. And this, it's slipping away for Na'Vi. It really is. And that Nerf Splitter to really, really bring this one to a probable end.
Two punches and a nuke, and that guy dies
GG.
instantly. GG's called.
Yeah.
Like, game just got over. Navi,
Just got over? Or
It
was
just-
already over?
I
I mean
it looked within striking distance for Navi, but all of a sudden, 5 minutes later,